Hi everybody, it's Sandy Reese with StampACrew.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thanks for joining me today. We have a beautiful, elegant Sympathy card to make today, but before we get with that, I wanted to remind you that we have a lot of last chance products that are selling out quickly. A lot of them are discounted. We have a new search system in our online store. So when you go to the online store, if you look on the left, you can scroll down for all kinds of filters. You can find $5 or under. You can find items that are discounted 50% off or more. You can find color families. I mean, there's so many great things in that new search engine. One of the things we're using today, the Thoughtful Moments hybrid embossing folder, is on sale. It's on the last chance list. It was $38. It is now $30.40, so almost $8 off, but it is awesome. I'll show you. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so we have, like I said, the Thoughtful Moments hybrid embossing folder. It comes with an embossing folder with lots of sentiments, and then it comes with a die that cuts out those sentiments. At the same time, you just put this right in here. It fits right in, very nice and easy. And then we have some fun little extra dies, rainbows, hearts, flowers, I don't know what those are, maybe clouds. Don't ask me. And then some leaves, but this is the best part. So we're using this little with Sympathy sentiment, and I've already done this using some vellum. So I ran the vellum through. And what I love about the vellum is when you emboss that, it kind of comes out white. Can you see that? The words are lighter than the surrounding vellum. So that's super cool. And then we're also using the Nature Symphony dies. We're not using this sentiment. We have our sentiment right here. So we're just using the dies, and I'm using this big leaf die right here. So I'd seen a card similar to this on a swap that I received. So I changed it up a bit, but I loved how she had put the different shades of green in there. So I'm just using a thick white card base. And then I have another piece of white, and I put different sizes of different shades of the dark green. And I'll post the sizes and colors and supplies on my blog. But we've got Secret Sea, I have Pretty Peacock, and then I think this one is Lost Lagoon. So we are going to glue this on that piece of white, and leaving just a little bit of a border, or in between, just a little gap in between. So I'm hoping to get this lined up just right. And we'll flip that over and make sure that looks pretty good. Then I'm going to do this one next. I like to do the two edges, and then we'll fill in with the center. Okay, that piece is cut just slightly bigger. Let me go ahead and just trim that off a hair, just so that they all look even. That one's got a little bit. Okay, and then our Pretty Peacock right in the middle. That almost looks like this was not cut straight. You know, sometimes that happens. We do our best. Sometimes things slip. Okay, but I am not going to worry about that. It looks good. We're going to kind of cover that anyway. So I have a piece of vellum, and now I cut this with the textured notes dies. Those are sold out. They are no longer here. But you can cut a piece of vellum. Oh, I put the wrong side. I put metrics on the bottom. Put my grid paper upside down. 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. So you can just cut a piece of vellum. I'm not going to put that down yet. I am going to glue this down. So we have I've cut out that leaf image I showed you with Pretty Peacock. So it's the middle one here. And I am going to glue this, just using a little bit of glue, just a small amount. Now, a little bit will come off of the vellum, so I'm not going all the way to the edge on these outside leaves. And I'm going to glue this down right about here. The stem is pretty thin, so if you want to stretch it out to do what you want it to do, you can do that. So I've glued that down. Now I'm going to take with Sympathy, and I'm just using some of my leftover glue dots from kits and Paper Pumpkin, and I'm making sure I put these behind some of the words, and I'm going to do the same on this one. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do that. So, because on the vellum, you could kind of see through what's happening with your glue. So you can see the glue coming through the vellum. So I'm just using glue dots behind the leaves to hide what's happening. Okay, so next is just getting those off. Easier said than done. Okay, just get the backing off. Get the backing off these two. All right. I'm just going to center this on here. Beautiful. We're going to put our With Sympathy right there. Beautiful. Now you can either adhere this flat or you can pop it up. I'm going to go ahead and pop it up. Since everything else on the front is flat, we're going to go ahead and pop this up. Okay. And then we'll add a few embellishments and we will be all done. Now I don't have my Prayers and Promises stamp set, but that is a really good stamp set to put for the inside, to put your sentiments. It's got lots of sympathy sayings. Okay, so let's grab some of our in color dots because we have the Secret Sea, which you can see I have a lot of those left. So we're going to just do a small, medium, and large. I might do that one there. And they, even though they're on the same color, they pop up a little bit because of the vellum. Isn't that pretty? It's such a pretty, elegant Sympathy card. And you could do some stamping. You could also, you know, I would recommend the Prayers and Promises set for the inside. I think I have that in another project right now, so it's not handy, but it's a great stamp set. So I will post measurements and supplies on my blog. Don't forget that when you place an order of $50 or more before tax and shipping, I'll send you a kit of that month's card class projects for free. You have the whole month. So if there's some supplies that you want on the last chance list, make sure to get those by May 4th. Because we have new product coming out on May 5th. We have 2 new kits. We have new online exclusives. We have a new product of the month, and we have the new catalog. So lots happening on the 5th. You're going to want to get excited and start looking at all the new stuff. So until May 4th, focus on the old, focus on what you can save on, like the Thoughtful Moments hybrid embossing folder, and anything else that might be on sale. So I love to take advantage of sales, and I know you guys do too. So with that being said, thank you for stopping by today, and make sure to click subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time. Bye everyone.